Hi, it's Denver from Dimby Archive. I'm back. Today I'm starting from scratch, so I have no idea what this video is going to be like at all. I have this vocal currently, which is just from Splice, and I've laid this out at 174 BPM. Nothing on the mixer at all. I haven't used the preset. But yeah, let's just get into it because I have no idea where we're going to start. First thing I'm going to put a Pro Q3 on the master. I should probably do it at this end of the channel, but it's all good. I'm going to put a mid-side EQ on this, which basically just makes all the low sub-frequencies mono, so you can move this forward or back however you feel. I'm going to do like around 100 Hz-ish cut off. And I'm also just going to shove a light OTT on there for the time being. And you'll see why later. I'm gonna firstly, it's very key to keep things organized when you're making a track, because stuff can just get really like long and annoying, especially if like you're making a big ass track and it's like in DMB there's so many like presets and like sound design things that all you need to go to inserts and effects. It's all good to keep it simple. So first I'm going to shove an OTT on these vocals. I shove OTT on pretty much everything. Just do that. I'm going to add it, not that. Another Pro key on it. You wanna run. It's going to need compressing as well by the sounds of it. Even more than just the OTT. You wanna run. You wanna run. So key thing with EQ and vocals is not to be too harsh. You wanna run. Because these frequencies add so much to it. So if you're taking it out, that's not going to work. You wanna run. You perhaps might want to just turn it down a slightly. You wanna run. So it fits in easily. I've added quite a low cut, so it fits in perfect. You wanna. These usually the boxy frequencies. You wanna run. Boxy frequencies. You wanna run. But because this these are the boxy frequencies, because it's already been affected, we're not going to have to do too much EQing at all. I am going to add slightly more reverb though. You wanna run. Just adds more to the track. It's already got some delay on it, but I'm gonna add slightly more. Just add by timeless here. If I click on this and go to straight, it puts it automatically in for me. Turn the feedback, no, not the pan, the feedback up a bit. You wanna run. Right. I'm going to start with this respace from Serum, which is actually a preset, which I don't usually use, but I am for the sake of this, and this will seem clear like why I'm doing this EQ now later, because it's quite a harsh respace. So if I do this now, okay, let's start, let's put it in. I'm going to use my ears for this, so said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. That's fine. These vocal placements is a bit weird. So you wanna run, you wanna run, you wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. Still doesn't sound perfect. Just done. Just gonna use this for the time being. Now it's time to add some textures in and ambiences. Gotta make sure it's perfectly in key. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. So I'm going to put this onto the second mixer channel. Sounds a bit harsh right now because there's a lot of low frequencies which will clash naturally. So I'm going to take out them. I'm going to name this again. Quite ambiences without an apostrophe, because why not? I'll put some reverb on that as well to glue it together.
Said I'm not the one. I don't think you I don't think you know what you've just done. I don't think you
sounds a bit off.
I don't
Gotta get it perfect.
said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't.
I'm gonna secondly now add a piano in. So I'm gonna come straight to Labs, which is one that I've been using a lot recently. That I absolutely love. I'm going to put this on 5. I'm going to call this just piano. Again, I'm going to use this light blue colour, which I'm using for all my ambiences and stuff.
Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know.
Just call that respace there. And I'm keeping them separate for the time being. Now I'm going to add the keys in. So obviously you've got to keep the root note, well mostly anyway, of the bass I've already put in. So
said I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you just done. Said I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I don't.
it's a bit too low, I think.
I don't think.
Sounds slightly off.
I don't think you know what you've just done.
Sounds very off. That's probably why. I don't know why that was like that.
I don't think. I don't think. I don't. I don't. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. You wanna run.
So I'm going to mute these vocals quick. Turn this velocity down, because it sounds always better with the velocity down.
Just done. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. Not the one. Said
sounds better actually. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one.
Vocals still sound out right now, but might just have to bear with that.
You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know it. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done.
Sounds a bit poor, this last chord does. Delete that part. Sound, right, okay. Now it's time to move on to the drums.
You wanna run.
You go straight into my drum kit here. Pull up the snare. Add this ride in. So we're gonna fill out.
Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done.
So we can already tell if this vocal's not gonna work, because I haven't got it perfect.
You wanna run. You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. I don't think you. I don't. You wanna run. 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 Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know it.
I'll probably edit this actually.
You wanna run. Said I'm not the one. No.
Sorry, this is taking time. There's always going to be stuff like this that just gets in the way.
Said I'm not the one. I don't think you know what you've just done.
Now I'm going to get a bit creative with these vocals.
What you've just done. What you've just done.
Right then. I'm going to pull up this drum kit I have here. Where is it? This Monrroe one here. I'm going to find a top loop. Actually, I'll have on my stash kit, I think. There's always like a way to start off having a good mix, and that's literally just picking up the best drums you can possibly find and that sound clean and like sharp and stabby, especially for liquid drum and bass. That's the way you kind of have this clean like bounce, and then this the like drums really take no mixing whatsoever. Once that's all down, like you have this sharp snappy snare. Got some ride for some bounce, and it just fills out the track as well. Could do some chopping up. Just to add a little touch to the top loop.
Don't think you know what you've just. Don't think you know what you've just done.
Use this kick as well. Really not complicated. All it takes is this few melodic elements. I have this one ambience, one piano, one vocal, every space, and drums. Obviously it's not finished at any point right now, but I have the bass layer for this track down. Vocals could probably take some more processing, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to add an RVox onto this. These plugins aren't all necessary. These are just ones I've built up for my collection over time, and my go-to plugins. If you have access to these, that's all good. But don't worry if not. Stock plugins are perfect. My next step would be to add a few more ambience pads. So I actually have this Cymatics Project X kit, which is where I go to for ambiences, because it has all of these right here. And because we see this vocal is in E minor, I can just go to E, pick one out that sounds minor-y. That does sound minor-y. We'll see if it works. Sometimes they don't just fit. It does. That's actually the pretty sound I was looking for though. That suits it much more. So I'm routing these all to these tracks, so I still have this ambience track, which I'm actually going to stereo shape a bit to put it more to the side. So processing for drums, if I route to this track only, so I'll create a drum bus here right now. I saw you were asking for some drum bus tips and stuff, so I'm going to keep it proper simple right now, because obviously it's not worth doing stuff that you don't actually have to do. And in this track, if you pick the right drum sounds, then not much is actually going to have to be done at all. But we're gonna, so let me just stop rambling. So it's the snare. The snare on the main track, I'm going to put a saturation knob, which is a free plugin that I use all the time. I'm just going to listen out. Just add some harmonics that I want in the snare. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a low cut thing preset on this snare. Make sure I'm not cutting any frequencies that I don't actually need to cut out. Just taking stuff that I can't really visibly hear, but it still makes the mix a bit muddy. I'm boosting that slightly, just because it's a part of the frequency which sounds like add some hit to it and some clickiness. Just gonna knob down a bit. This is a perfect snare fret. The drum bus, right? So I'm going to put this kick in here as well. I think it goes to 14. No, it doesn't. 17. I have it. Route this to this track as well. So everything's routed to this drum bus right here. I'm going to add, firstly, again, another saturation knob to saturate the whole drum bus. I'm going to do this lightly. Also, there's no point in listening to your drum solos when realistically the whole track is going to be played, and that's the context you hear the drums in. So I'm not going to have anything else muted for that. Keep it all saturated like that. Some levels probably need to be done. These rides I'm actually going to stereo shape as well, and they're going to need some low frequency just taken out, just to clean it up. It's called top loop, but I'm going to have to take some of those out. Also going to add a CLA 2A, I think I'm going to go for, to add some peak reduction. Turn the gain knob down. I'm just being very slight on this. Any compressor can really be used for this. I've just gone for this one because it's very simple. If you can find some peak reduction compressor like this one from Waves, I would definitely recommend using. I'm also going to make it a parallel ride, which means I'm going to have some of the mix being compressed and some of it not, which means I should probably compress it slightly harsher, so I'm getting both kind of signals that I want. This is it without it. I'll play it all together, just muted quick. Properly just glues it all together. Then at the end here as well, I'm going to add this room reverb, making sure I take all the lows here and then turning this proper down. Adding some natural kind of reverb to it. That's literally all I'm going to do for this drum bus. I honestly like, I'm going to move on quickly. If you can hear my dog in the background, I'm sorry for that. I'm going to move on to affecting the respace how I want it to be. They're not even separated. Okay, so I have this res. This is going to sound ridiculous. I've done this in my other previous videos before, but I add a reverb onto the bass, making sure the low cut is up and the bass is whole way down, so we don't get any of those like muddy reverb signals. Create an automation clip for this EQ I added earlier. This is just gonna add some variation, right? So I'm gonna make the first cut here, raise this up 2 octaves, see what it sounds like if I just take this down, put it back up again. I'm gonna have to turn the delay up a bit. A bit loud, to be honest. You can play around with this completely. Just adds so much to it. Also in this respace here, I'm gonna turn this up here, slide, which just makes the whole space slide a bit. So when it goes up, it does that kind of. can just do whatever cuts you feel like sounds good. I'm going to add this little thing here as well, which is another trick I do sometimes. It's just messing with the automation. Start it here. Let this be the same. So I've made this clip pattern uniques here. Some notes work better with others than together, so like I can hear in my head right now. That's perfect actually. There we go. This is the basis of the track right now. Everything else is completely just up to me. I can just decide on small things. One thing I do like doing though is to just add some ambience in the back. I'm going to go on Splice right now. Textures, I mean. I'm going to type in vinyl. And I have this crackle right here. Turn this down proper. I think that sounds good. I'm obviously going to need to add some rises. I also need to add some white noise. Sounds quite dubstep-ish, but if I just turn it down, I should be fine. Turn it down a bit more. Before we move on, I also want to show you how I was going to sidechain the kick to the respace, which was requested. So we've got the kick here right now. Simple as anything. It's like you would sidechain anything else. So it's I've literally just sidechained here, sidechained to this track for the kick to the respace. On the last channel, so everything else is affected with it, I'm going to put a limiter. Go to the compressor section here, sidechain. I'm going to put on 1, which is just the kick. Bring the threshold down. Make sure you listen out to the bass and kick. You can actually mute these whilst you're doing it. I'm going to bring the knee down slowly, quite quick actually. As you can see, this purple bit is where it's being affected by the kick. Bring the attack up. I'll leave the attack where it is. But that's probably enough. You can hear it ducking. But yeah, the 16-bar loop now that we have here is almost a complete song. Obviously needs to be arranged. I will do that off recording because usually it takes long and it's boring. I'll show you after how I kind of arrange stuff as well though, in a quick way. And yeah, I'll catch you in a second. So I've laid it all out now. I'll show you the kind of start. So all I've got here is these vocals but reversed. I sent it to a new mixer track as well. I've got this reverb here, which the wet is pretty much the full way up and the dry is completely down, which makes it more like pad-like. Then I've taken a lot of the lows out. That's literally it, and made it quieter, obviously. Sounds awesome though. I did this. I've already got the final crackle in here. The endless smile does add a lot, to be fair. I'll show you kind of what it does. Just adds a fat low cut in there pretty much, and some reverb and delay, all of that in one plugin, which is really good. Used it here for like some little riser kind of stuff. I've added some little atmosphere touches just here, these two. Some more risers, another little percussion ambience element. That is pretty much it. I have also this tremmed vocal here. Not here. Here. Which I just sent to this mixer channel here. There's a tram on it. And a lot of reverb and taken out on the lows again. That is pretty much the whole track. I've added some variation in the respace. Obviously this could be done a lot more efficiently, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you what I do in the end in regards to limiting. Find the loudest part of the track, here really. We've got space to push the gain a bit, so what I'm going to do is turn the look ahead all the way up, turn it all the way down, turn that all the way down, keep the attack all the way up, turn these both the way down, put this 1 to 1, so the output moves the same as the gain. This is what I have. It's basically turning the perceived loudness up. You can see these the kick and snares clipping a little bit. I'll turn these down very slightly. Obviously making sure it doesn't distort. But yeah, that's the full track. Hopefully you've learned a lot in this by scratch video. Hopefully I'll do another one like this soon. And thankfully it went all to plan, so that's the main thing. But yeah, enjoy. I'll play it out for you now.